hear me and see me, all that good stuff. So if you can't be someone, say yes. Okay. And so we can get started. All right, then. I'm hoping that we're doing good today. Can you hear me? Can you see me okay? Well, I guess so. Okay, great. Thank you. Thank you so much, Patty Lee. Irene, thank you for your feedback. All right, then let's get started. Okay. What today we're talking about goal setting for 2023. And when it comes to goal setting, there is so much content that we share over this because it involves so many different things. The goal setting application, the goal setting technique really utilizes the mirror of the mind technique. Is one of the best techniques, not only for problem solving, but also a great technique to utilize goal setting, especially. And I love it. I love the mirror of the technique. First of all, for goal setting and problem solving above almost any other technique. Because for me, it has worked miracles in my life. And it's one of those techniques that I utilize on an ongoing basis. And I really, really hope that you come to enjoy it as much as I do, because it can be life changing. It really can be life changing. I know some of you are here new to the Silva method. Shelby, I've been reading your tech already, and how you had never taken the Silva method before, and that you got the book, and so you had never meditated before either, and that you find it difficult to remain or maintain the visualization for a full 15 minutes. And I think Gabriela said that maybe you also have some kind of a similar experience, I suppose. But anyways, okay, so maybe the sound is off, or I have an echo somewhere. So if we get that fixed, that the sound is not good. So maybe there's something I need to do, and I'm not sure what it is, but if we can, we'll fix it as we go along. Okay. So let me see if I can mute myself. Can you hear me like that? Or muting not working? I have an external microphone. So anybody can help me with. Are you hearing me right now or not? Are you hearing me now? No. Is it better? Still an echo. A bit choppy, but we can hear you. All right. I don't know if it's the microphone. The microphone seems to be mean. Hopefully it'll be better. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward. But I'm still going to have an echo and a cracking sound in the background. That you hear me, but there's still a cracking sound. I wish I knew what you hear to make it better and sound better. Not quite sure. Give me a chance to this out. I'm working with input. I'm working with an external microphone, not an internal microphone. So I don't know if I'm not using the computer microphone. I'm only using an external microphone. Okay, I'll try going and coming back in. Okay, so I'll see you in a little bit. All right. Should I go ahead and end streaming and then come back in? Is that doable? To talk about. Okay. All right. So that's not doable. All right. So let's see. We can fix it along the way. On my side, it looks like. All right. Let me get over to this one here. Does that make a difference if you hear my iMac microphone? I moved the external just now. and using now the iMac. So does that make a difference? So my built-in computer microphone, and it says it sounds the same. Ah, what do I do here? Nope, nope, nope. Okay, let me see. Let me try this one again. Volume here. Well, guys, not sure how to help here to make it sound better. No, I don't have anything else on live stuff going on. Um, I'm doing a video call through my computer. And you're still hearing me poorly. And it's the way I've done it just about every single time. Well, mute computer, not your phone. So I'm now the sound is on. Okay, now you can hear, I'm sure. Yeah. I muted the computer. All right, guys. I don't know what else to do here. I don't have a tech. You can hear me with an echo. Um, all right. Well, let's see what we can do here. All right, and let's move forward. Hopefully, it's going to get better and better as we continue talking. Maybe there's some kind of glitch going on the outside, and sometimes some okay, yes, sometimes things happen. But at any rate, I was saying the goal setting techniques that incorporates the mind is really my favorite, and it's one that is life changer. It has been a life changer for me. So again, I hope that this helps you as well. We're talking how some of you are pretty new to the Silva method, and I'm happy that you're here. And I think that even reading a book about the Silva method can be very beneficial. If you follow what the instructions are in the book, always better to take the course live from a live instructor, or then to the audio programs that are very affordable, and learn from those. But yet, it is a learning process. Irina and I, who's my partner, we talk a lot about the Silva method, how it makes a difference in our life. And quite frankly, we've always find that we're constantly still learning and growing from that. And there. So we're always growing, and it's an evolving process. It's something that you're not ever going to finish learning something more out. The more you practice, the better you get. The more you learn, the more things make sense. You have your aha moments. You go, that's it. I get it now, kind of thing. And that's, I think, the beauty about the Silva method, because it makes a difference um, to be able to practice it and have those aha moments, and really feel yourself growing internally, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all kinds of different things. I think this is a great technique for you to get started with, and utilize the rest of your life. So I'll do my best to slower as we're going on, and we will continue to move forward with this particular topic here today. All right, so goal setting. For me, it's really important to set goals, and I always encourage people to set goals because it gives you that vision of the future. I've known people who are oppressed, or they feel sad, or they feel like what's left in life, there's nothing to do. And I'm so, what do you envision for yourself in your future? And they have no vision. So it's really important to set goals that will help you to create that vision for a better future, new you, a new being or acting or however living. And when you set those goals, you can really picture or feel or experience something that's there for you in your future that you can aim for, that you can look forward to, that you get excited about. And I think it's really important for us to do that. Sometimes people say, well, I don't have anything to work towards. Well, you can work towards having a tomorrow. It doesn't have to be a big, huge, complicated goal that we're setting for the next year. It can just be for life to be better. It can be to have a little bit more health, more energy, or to reduce a couple pounds, or it could be a project like make sure that you really focus on a big sales situation that you're working on, or building a new home, whatever it might be. It can be a little tiny goal, or it can be a huge goal. Really, it doesn't matter. Any goal that you set for yourselves gives you that vision to move forward, that excitement about something else coming along the way. And always, this is what I'm aiming for. This is what I wanted to my life, or better than that, because we also know that there can be multiple outcomes in any kind of program we might do. And programming, by that I mean when you set your mind to reach a goal, when you use your tools and techniques to move forward. And it's just really important that always understand that we don't always have all the answers or all the options in our minds readily available, and that the universe, and I do believe in the energy that's from the universe, because we are all part of the universe. The universe sometimes has a better option than we even think about. So I always leave myself open to, this is what I'm working towards, or better than that. I always feel better in that, because it allows many of the positives to come into play. So when we're setting our goals literally create the map of life, our map of life. What do you want to accomplish? Which direction do you want to go? How far do you want to take this lifers? How happy do you want to be? Do you want to find soulmates, or do you looking for a spouse or a partner in life? Are you looking for some business? Do you want to have business goals? And do you want to have health goals? Do you want to have family goals, relationship goals? It's about everything. And you are in charge of everything. You can't just sit there and do nothing. You really need to take action to create the life of your design. You are creating your life every moment of every day. And how you think, what you believe, even what you say, the things that you do, how in tune you are to your emotions, to your thinking, to the voice inside of your head that is rooting you forward or putting you down, to everything you do throughout your day is a decision. And as you're making decisions, you're also forming and creating your life as along. So everything's going to be you. You create your life. You create your outcomes. You create a life. I would say most everything that occurs in life, you are the creator of that. I remember hearing Bruce Lipton talk one time, and I remember him. If I knew I was the creator of my life sooner, when I was younger, I would have started a long time ago, my life together, and creating what I want instead of creating what I want. We need to always remember that creating your anything, creating your outcomes is can be either really positive or really negative, or it can be like in the middle. I mean, it's just the same old mediocre kind of thing. But the energy that goes behind any creation is basically the same. Some people waste so much time creating negative things in their lives. This is going to happen. It's not going to go through. I'm going to flunk my test. I'll probably lose my job. And so they always getting all these negative thoughts going their mind, and they're very focused on the negativity. And with that comes a lot of energy. That energy is going to picturing negative things, believing negative things, behaving in negative ways, expect negative things to occur in your life. And if you have all that negativity always in life, it takes up a lot of energy. And it's that same energy that can go to creating negative outcomes in your life that you just have to redirect into creating positive things in your life. So it engages with the creation that you're going to experience in your life will engage what you think about, the quality of your thoughts, the quality of your beliefs, the quality of your behaviors. If you focus on just those three things as you're thinking about goals and what you want to act in your life, and focus on those three things being of a more positive quality and consistently more positive through time, then you're going to find it's going to turn around. It's going to change. Then if it's always doom and gloom, and you create the gloom by the quality of your thinking, believing, and your behaviors, then you're creating more doom and gloom. So you choice here. Do you want to have more positive things happen in your life? Do you want to have better income, better health, better relationships, happiness, or not? Where is your focus going to be? So where you focus your attention will you will find that will grow in that direction. So we want to be real clear about what's our intention, how again pay attention to how the words that you use, the thoughts that you have, the beliefs that you hold true, and the behaviors that you are undertaking, because they're going to create the life of your design or not. That's totally up to you. Let me just make sure. Okay, great. All right. So then, so what we want to do is about what do we want to create for 2023, because you're going to create something in with without your conscious participation in the process. You are going to create your next turn. You're gonna create this moment, and every next moment from here on forward. You always creating. You've been creating every day all of your life. This morning when you woke up, you created your day up to now. What did what time did you get up? What did you do first in the morning? What did you decide to wear today? What did you decide to eat for breakfast or lunch or dinner? What out did you take to work? Who have you chosen to call on the phone and talk to? What people have you reached out to in business to sell them a product or service or whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. You have created it by the choices and decisions you've been making throughout the day. I'm going to continue doing this tomorrow, day after. Now, if you feel at any point in time, and we'll probably talk about later, that they happen to you, then you start turning that around, because things don't happen necessarily all the time to you. You always see play a role in it at some level, at some depth. You are playing a role in your creation. Say 100%. That's how I feel. And if that's how you begin to think of it as well, and you have a lot of control over your creations, and you begin to understand and see what what the was that you play in outcomes that you have occur in your life, and the creation that you have occur in your life. So I wanted this because it's really important to start taking responsibility for living experience. If we're just pointing fingers like a victim all the time, then you're not going to go that far, and it's a lose situation anyway. You're not going to gain very much by pointing fingers of blame to everything, everyone around you, for your mishaps, for your unhappiness, for your lack of health, for your loneliness, for whatever it might be, your financial state, or whatever. You can't continue to progress, or you can't expect to progress if you're pointing fingers of blame all the time. And you've always seen this as that when you point a finger of blame, you have to be pointing right back at you. It's all about you, because everything that you could create is about you and what you're creating for yourself. Okay, so we're going to start deciding what do we want to achieve 2023. Now, times people say, "Oh, I'm writing down 100 goals," and then when they go and look at their goals, well, gee, I haven't done very much of these. There are so many goals. For some people, it works. For other people, it doesn't as well. Some other people would like to say, you know what, I'm going to have three major goals for next year. I'm going to increase my income. I'm going to get 20% healthier. I'm going to go out a little bit more and meet more people. Now that went a little bit more because of the pandemic situation behind us to some degree. And so maybe three important goals that I want to aim for. Uh, Other people might want to set one major goal, and that's good. Good. A lot more people don't even do that. The big thing is, what do you believe you're capable of achieving? Yeah, you might have to push yourself a little bit, and that's okay. You always want to push yourself a little bit. What do you believe you're capable of achieving, and how much better you want next year to be in comparison to this year? What were the areas of this year's experience that you said, gee, it was a clear, or oh, this part was really good, or gosh, this part didn't work for me, or didn't move in the direction that I really was hoping it would go, or my work, my relationships, whatever. So you might want to start making an assessment of how this 2022 was for you, how it could, and what areas could have been better. Most people are going to focus on health and finances, relationships, work or career, and then so in their state of happiness. So most people, well, pretty much across the board throughout the world, have very similar needs and desires as you and I do. And so if you focus or break down this, if you break down your major and desires that were not satisfied and you assess that for a bit, then you can start off by saying, well, you know what? I'm going to make these three areas better in my life this coming year. Because anytime one area gets better, you find that the next one gets better, and then other areas get better, because to make one thing get better in your life means that you're going to have to change how you think, believe, and behave. Your attitude, your intentions, your desire, your belief, your expectation. All of these things are going to have to upgrade and change to make an upgrade or change. When you upgrade, think, believe, behave, your attitude, intentions, and all things, then for one thing, that will indicate that you have already upgraded your entire being to achieve that one thing that you didn't have before. So anytime you set a goal to make something good happen in your life, you're setting a goal in a future that man requires a different you are today. Because if you had all those upgrades today, you would be that person already. But since you don't have them, you set a goal for making more finances, or reducing more weight, or being more healthy, and that future you is going to motivate your current you to think differently, to behave differently, to believe differently, to all the things that we've already talked about. So that future you is an upgraded version of the you today. So that's why I think the mirror of the mind is so effective for goal setting. It's you get to literally experience yourself as a future upgraded version that will help you to continue to move in that direction until and it's, I think, important also for you to always remember that when you do achieve an outcome, when you do find that you live your life, or that you are healthier and happier and wealthier and more content and more loved, or whatever, that you did it. Something about you, the role you played, you made that come happen. And this upgraded version of yours, to experience it, bring it to mind, because once it's in your mind, once you can vision it, and once you can experience it, you're going to make it happen, or better than that. And it's a really great time to say, okay, what about 2022 would I wish had been different, and had that I then moved to setting the goals for 2023. It's actually for the goals from today on forward, not even for 2020. We still have Christmas go through, and I don't know about you, but I know in our home we have a lot of people come over. I cook all the time. We have a bunch of stuff already in my menus for Christmas, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. It's just this an ongoing celebration all the time. My house is full of people, and I want everyone to arrive safely. I want everyone to be happy. I want it to be a wonderful experience for everyone who comes. That's filled with love, laughter, happiness. Love. I mean, just everything. And I played out of my mind over and over and over again. We have children and grandchildren traveling. And so I would make sure that they arrive safely and that we're all happy together. We laugh a lot and love a lot and go back home safe. And I run those things always calm in my head. I picture it. I experience. I give gratitude, wonderful gatherings, and I imagine myself on on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, thinking back of wonderful time we have. And I imagine myself being so grateful that it was a wonderful, safe, joyous, loving occasion. So start setting your goals as of now. And it can be short-term goals or like what am I going to do to get my tomorrow ready to make sure that Christmas is going to flow smoothly and our gatherings and festivities are going to be fun. And then you can set longer, medium-term goals like for the beginning of the year and even long-term goals like for the next year. How do you want to finish the end of next year? So again, it's up to you. What do you want to do? But I'm gathering because you're here. You want to set goals to make next year better and than it was this year. Let me see. I just want to make sure that I'm getting everywhere. Okay. All right, good. So you might want after this little gathering that we have here, this little workshop, get a piece of paper, and I always believe and encourage people to write down what their thoughts are, write down on what your concerns, write down your assessment of 22, and then begin to write down how you want 23 to be, and set some goals there on paper. Writing them down on paper, that's your first step. People always say, "Oh, I know what I want." I have it in my head. Yeah, I can get it. Fine. Really, writing it down is your first step to giving some physicality to your goal. They're no longer just in your head. And the idea about a goal is that it's something future, and you want to have this future materialize in the physical realm. So right now they're not in the physical realm. A goal is always going to be in the subject spiritual realm until they to manifest. Once they manifest into the physical realm, then you're going to now have it here in the physical reality. But one of the very first to giving that physicality to a subjective thought, a vision, and a desire to write it down because now you have it on paper what you want to achieve. So I think it's really important that you do write your goals down because giving it that track, the little pathway for it to move from the spiritual world into the physical world by literally putting it on a piece of paper. And I think it's really important for us to understand. By all means, after the work or after this webinar, do write your goals down for anytime from this forward. Okay, anytime from this moment forward that we're talking, it's going to be future. It's interesting when we think about time, the concept of human intelligence, how time works, because everything I'm saying now is becoming past, and everything I'm saying it goes from future to present in an instant. So everything that happened just a minute ago with the sound and with the speaker, that's already passed. So what's your perception of present? Is it a very moving fluid situation, or are you presently I'm in this room doing a webinar, or presently I live in this house, or presently I live on Earth? I mean, what's your moment of present? What's your definition of present? Because it's kind of interesting for us to think that as we speak, everything is just moving. We're always in motion. We're always creating as we go, and we can always sure that we have some understanding as to how we can transfer transfer things from future to present into past in a moment, an instant. And again, we can say presently, I'm very happy and healthy and whole, complete and living with abundance, and that's good. That may be life right now in that situation, that sense. But it's interesting for us to get a note of that. Always people, it's important to learn from the past, obviously, because that's where our lessons come from. But don't live in the past. We all had a past that has had up and downs. Some of them Some of us have had more ups than downs, or some others have had more downs than ups. And but we've all had them. But people, it's interesting through the same. They say people can go through the same experience that was really hard and harsh and horrible of their past, and one rise above it, learn from it, becomes stronger because of it, and utilize it to share more gifts to the world. And then the other one is going to live in gloom the rest of their life, still stuck in that past. Look what happened. Look what they did to me. Look how miserable it was that I was born. I was born poor. And whereas that person thrives because of that experience. So a lot of it has to do with what's your choice and how you're going to work through this. But it's important to learn from the past, honor the past, uh, get stronger because of the past. Because if you're not learning lessons from even the worst of situations, then you're not making the most of that one living experience. And then we are in the present to be able to craft out, create then the future that we want to live in the present. But I'm not going to live in the future and get stuck in the future, thinking this is what I want all the time, without enjoying the present, where life is good. I'm healthy. I have food on my table. I have roof over my head. I have a husband and children, grandchildren. If I don't enjoy the now, the present, it'd be more complicated to create that future and really allow that future to flow into so where we can really enjoy it. But I also think it's really important to create the map of life by setting your goals and actualizing the things you want to actualize into your life. Okay, enough said. Does that make sense, or am I just rambling on too much? Okay, don't tell me. All right, we're moving forward because it's already done anyway. What we're going to work with once that you've set your goals is to work with the mirror of the mind, and then the mirror of the mind, as you may or may not know, is a wonderful. Thank you, Patty. It's a wonderful technique. It's a formula type technique, say, because the formula type technique is a technique that you follow the steps, the formula that's given to you in order to get to the outcome. Now, in the beginning, we always urge everyone to follow the formula, because that's what you're going to have impressed on your brain cells into your internal subjective state when you're doing the meditation called the mirror of the mind. Now, I'm going to ask Irina to give everyone a link who is here to the mirror of mind technique, so that you can listen to it and utilize that mirror the exercise or formula technique to set your goals from now onward. All right. But the mind is a real simple technique that you can take into different phases if you want. In a nutshell, you enter meditation, and really, even for those of you who are new, you always enter meditation by just desiring to do so. When you close your eyes, take a deep breath, relax your body, and internalize your focus. And then use imagery or sensations, or your auditory sense, inner sense. You incorporate either pictures, images, sounds, and feelings while you're in the meditative state with a purpose in mind. So it's like when you close your eyes to nap. It's like when you close your eyes before you go to sleep. If you just linger in that little moment, losing consciousness, you're meditating when you do it with a purpose. Okay. Anytime you even close your eyes with a purpose in mind, and you picture things, and you ponder on solution, direction, and you get something that pops into your mind, that's a meditation. Because what we do in Silva is dynamic meditation. What a lot of people confuse is passive meditation as being the only kind of meditation that there is, and that's not the case. There's many forms of meditation, but predominantly you're going to have a very passive one, where you just go very deep within your inner state, even lose awareness, and it's very healthy for you because you're relaxed, allow your body to heal and do what it knows to do. But then with Silva, my father brought it into humanity, which was dynamic meditation, where you engage your emotions, you engage your imagery, your sensing mechanisms, your spirit senses, mental senses, your energies of desire, belief, and expectancy, gratitude. I mean, all these things are engaged and are very energetic infused meditations because they're emotionally and energetically infused meditations that give you great results. Okay. So even if you think you're doing it wrong, you're not. You're doing it right. You're doing fine. If your mind wanders, that's okay. You just bring it right back when you remember that just meditating and bring it back what you're supposed to be doing. If sometimes you think I can't visualize for that period of time, you know what? Most people can. All right. You just bring it back and do your best to visualize it again. And I'll tell you why we do something here, which is experience the outcome now more about that because a lot of times if you experience an outcome, you're in the experience of having achieved it. That might be a lot easier than in picturing it away from you. But let me get started with the mind. The mirror of the mind is what you do is you go into your meditation. Simply close your eyes, take a deep breath. You want to deepen within your inner state. You can always count from 10 to 1. Say deeper and deeper, and by that I mean deeper within, deeper in thought. You might want to experience like you're descending on an elevator from 10th floor, going to the ninth floor. You know that sense of descension when you're going downward into the first floor. That's kind of maybe how you want to remember the experience of descending within. 10, 9, deeper and deeper, 8, 7, 6, deeper and deeper, forward until you get to 1. And then there is a great time to start doing your imagery or find the mirror of the mind technique. What you do first is that you project outward into your mental screen area. The mental screen area, all it is space in front of in your mind that you project images onto. It's like the whole white area in front of you in your mind where you can project pictures, images, okay? In this case, you're going to project images of you, excuse me, you're going to project images of a blue framed mirror. Now, it's on the mirror, it's on the mirror, excuse me, in that internal space of yours that we call the mental screen area, project this mirror. Okay, so that space in front we call the mental screen. We recommend that you kind of look upward a little bit above the horizontal level of sight, not down, not in front of you, but slightly upward. That also has a tendency to produce more alpha frequencies and helps keep you alpha more steadily. So while you close your eyes and you deepen 10 to 1 count, then you project an image of a blue frame mirror in front of you. Now, in the subjective dimension, we say that the past is to your right, the present is in front of you, and the future is towards your left. I don't think I have time to explain that in this particular webinar, but we'll talk about it later. There's a reason for that, okay? I'll just go along with the team. So we're going to project the image of the blue framed mirror, call it the mirror of the mind, in front of you, slightly above the horizontal level of sight, in the area we call the mental screen. So there's your brain. The blue frame is in the present. That'll denote your present situation. And maybe in your present situation, you're having problems. Maybe you have a health issue. Maybe you're fighting your spouse too much and just falling apart. Or maybe your children, you are having issues. Maybe you lack money. Maybe your job is a problem. Whatever is your current situation, and it doesn't always have to be a problem. It could just be my current situation. That's what you project into the blue frame mirror of the mind that is out past your eyelids in the area of your mental screen. Don't use eyelids like mini screens because it kind of brings the desire to want to see. And the only physical sense that requires high data frequencies to operate it is this sense of sight, focus sense of sight. So if your desire is to see, might have a tendency to have the high brain frequencies, and we don't want that. We want you to slow down the brain frequency into alpha, where you can be creative, more energetic, and you can really focus then on what you want to actualize or materialize in your life. So in the blue frame mirror of the mind is kind of the starting point. You say, this is where I am right now. This is where my life is right now. This is where my health is right now. This is where I am right now. This is what I'm leaving behind as well. And you also might want to think about the problem situation or the current situation a little bit, study it. You make a study of why it's like that, the role you played in creating or this particular situation in your life, and take responsibility for that in that sense, because we all play a role in everything that occurs in life. So you say, okay, I study it for a few moments just to get a good feeling, and I know I'm going to leave that behind. I want to change or make better, and then you erase the image within the blue frame mirror. You move your mirror slightly toward your left, and as you move it, then change the color of the frame from blue to white. The blue frame will always denote the current situation or problematic situation. The white frame is for the future, what really you want to bring into your life, or the goal you want to actualize. So you then create an image of the outcome, the future you, the future situation, the goal already actualized. Always focus on outcomes and benefits. Only put your attention on outcomes and benefits when you get to the frame mirror of the mind. And how it's you get there doesn't matter. There's a multitude of ways of how the universe provide you provide you what you want. The most important thing is this is what I want to actualize in the white frame mirror, or better than that. Okay, so now you picture your out. You picture you're healthy, or with more money, or more love in your life, or happy, or whatever it is. A different job, a new location, a house, whatever it is you're working on. That's what you pick within the frame of the mirror of the mind. It is now white. There's only one mirror. That mirror has become blue. You moved and you transform that to a solution out future image in the white frame. Okay, just one mirror. So once you have the outcome image and it's really clear, make it so wonderful that you really desire it. But make sure that whatever you put into the white frame mirror is something you totally believe that you can actualize. You might have to work hard, you might have to put some effort, but you truly believe that if you do that, you will have happen, or something better yet will come about. Then once you got it right there, then you want to then, and whatever way feels comfortable to you, you want to imagine yourself moving in white, into the image of you has already succeeded, that's in the white frame mirror of the mind. I usually do that to myself, like gliding into the image of the white frame, and then it just kind of filling that image with my presence. Like almost like a glove, like putting your hand into a glove in this sense. I fit myself in. I feel my presence inside that future me. And now you experience the wonderful outcome of having achieved your goal. It feels great to be this healthy. Look how much wonderful more things I could do with this extra income. Oh, my husband or spouse is getting along super, and we're so in love, or however it is, whatever you're working on. Okay, I know I keep repeating that, but now you experience it. You allow yourself to really allow your body, brain, mind, all of you experience that outcome as if it has already happened in a past tense sense. It's done. No mistaking about it. And then we're in that experience, feels so good. I always encourage people to use your three fingers technique. Say to themselves mentally, whenever I have a need or desire, feel, believe, or behave this way, all I need to do is press my three fingers together. It will be so. That way you lock in that experience of achievement, of accomplishment, of joy, of goodness. In the process, you're allowing your body and mind to experience, to feel, to sense, to see through the mind's eye, to hear your mind's ears, how wonderful it is to be this you, this so achieved and accomplished you. And you feel such gratitude. And I encourage people, going back to somebody's done in the Heart Institute, to project outward from their area of their heart into their around them, energy that's charged with coherent emotions, love and gratitude and appreciation, all these wonderful energies, so that they can encourage you and support you along the way, and just bask in that wonderful experience of achievement to again allow your body, brain, and mind to own it, and that'll help it calm it more readily. Then once you have done that, you just can stay in that situation of the experience of achievement, and then you can begin to bring yourself out of the meditation with that experience of achievement, still with you still experiencing that achievement as if it's already happened. Okay, that's pretty much the way that we work with the mirror of the mind. Now mirror of the mind exercise, it basically says from now on, at the end, after you do all that, whenever you think of this situation, of this problem project, only experience it in the white frame as already done. So that means throughout the day, whenever you're in about your business and all this goal comes to mind, it goes, oh God, this is coming, this or better, and you want to like get some energy, just try, put your fingers together and recall that experience that you had of achievement, of success, when you were in the frame mirror of the mind for just a few seconds, and just really allow it to fill you with that energy and say, yeah, that's good. Open your eyes and keep going about your business. You can do this 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or as long as you want. But this constant reinforcement is going to help you to achieve this outcome more readily. But once you do the white frame, don't ever go back to the blue frame. Okay, you only already achieved. You're only focusing on the white frame outcome, and you only think of that from on. Okay, the only time I say it's okay to go back and do a new blue frame in your meditations as you move it along is when you have experienced significant improvement toward the actualization of your outcome. If you feel like, wow, things are fast in this direction, how cool is that? Then you can measure it. It's measurable experience that then you say, now I'm here. No longer where I was before. The blue frame, which is your current reality, this is right now, and you continue programming in the direction that you choose to do so if you feel that that's necessary. Okay, so let me look here. So some of the things that you might also you'll get a replay of this workshop in this webinar. But some of the components or ingredients that empower you are going to be your desire to achieve that goal, your belief that you can do it, worthy of it, that you're deserving of it, that it's doable, possible, all that kind of stuff. Your expectancy. I expect it to happen no matter what. A conviction of that it will happen. That's your expectancy. Expectancy and beliefs are very much it's the same thing basically, but expectancy is certainty, absolute certainty. It's gonna that's it. No matter what, it will happen. So you always need to have those things working for you because when you have those three ingredients working for you, that's what you actually call faith. And this is a wonderful way to allow the energy move subjective dimension into physical actualization. My father used to always remind me of the story of the woman. It's in the Bible. The woman who was ill. She had suffered some bleeding problems for like 12 years. She was a woman of means, but she had gone to try to get help. So many people that she had exhausted resources. And one day she hears of this great healer coming in her village, town, what have you, and she's thinking about it over and over again. And this repetitive thought is with programming. I mean, natural programming. The more you repeat something, whether it's positive or negative, the more likely it's going to happen. So she keeps repeating to herself what she desires. And her desire is, I want to get healthy. If I could only touch his robe, I know that I will be healed. That's basically what she was saying. But it's a perfect unconscious program that she was doing it because she didn't realize what she was doing, that she's programming herself. But the story goes on to that. She took the courage to go to where he was coming, which is Jesus, and then she the crowd. She had to kind of like really fight the crowd. So crowded in there. She was not supposed to be out there because of her condition. It's supposed to be taboo. But nevertheless, she did. And she finally get to fight the crowd in a weakened stage. That's desire. Okay. She really, really, really wanted to get well. And she gets so close to where Jesus is that she gets into his private space, so to speak, and she touches his robe. So her belief was, if I touch his robe, what's going to happen? I'll get healed. That's her expectation. Her desire there, her belief was, I can touch his robe and I will be healed. So when she touched his robe, he felt the energy move from him to outward, and he turned and he asked, who's my robe? A lot of people were touching him. A lot of people were routing around him. But this woman was different because she had those ingredients that we call faith. She had an intense desire to get better. She had an intense belief that it was going to happen. And she was an intense expectancy, without doubt, full conviction that she would be healed. So when he said, who touched me? And she cowered down a little bit, and it pointed to her. What did he tell her? He didn't say, I have healed you, like so many false preachers say. He said, your faith has made thee whole. Your faith did it. Not you yourself did it. He didn't take credit for it. He gave her all credit. It's your desire, your belief, expectation. Those ingredients is what forms your faith. But you need one. You need them all three for it to be really effective. You can't say, I really want to be healthy, but with this, it's never going to happen. Well, then it's not happen. Or you can say, I can get healthy and I probably do it within 6 months. If I do, I have to go back to work. Or I'll lose my insurance benefits. Well, if there's no belief or desire, it's not going to happen. So all three working congruently together is what faith is all about. And that's what moves mountains. And you've probably had that to you before. You've probably gone to a doctor's office and you're really, really, really sick. You've called ahead of time and have an appointment and you think you're dying, and you say, oh, I feel so sick. But I know that when I see my doctor, he or she will make me better. Think that repeated, that's programming over and over and over and over again. Your desire to see your doctor because you have faith in him makes you weak. You believe that when you see him, he's going to make you better, and you expect to walk out of there better. So when you finally the door opens, examination room, and the doctor walks in, and you see him, what happens? You all feel better, and he hasn't done a thing to you. It happens a lot in doctors' offices. Miracles happen a lot in doctors' offices, but they're not documented. And this is faith. We all have had that experience, but maybe understand why it's happening. You can bring that experience into all your programming when you're using Near the Mind. Notice the interesting thing here was that in both example, woman or you going to the doctor's office, the repetition, which is programming, the repetition of that programming builds desire, belief, expectation. But once it's built, it has to be released in the direction that you've given it, healing or getting well or whatever it is. Because it just stay there. It's got to be released. And in both these instances, the releasing mechanism was through one of your physical senses. The woman touched, and upon touching, the energy went and went in the direction for her to get well. In the second example, you saw the doctor, and bing, you see the doctor, like the energy is released for the purpose of you feeling better or getting well. So it's interesting to note that this is what constitutes faith. Repetition of what you desire, believe, and expect builds for that energy, and then there is a releasing mechanism that happens one way or the other. Either be that on this date this is going to happen. When I go to whatever, what's the January 2023, it doesn't matter what you've told yourself. What matters is that you have a buildup of desire, belief, expectation that then is released to allow the energy from the subjective spiritual dimension to manifest how you've given the direction or the instructions for it to manifest. I just want you to know that's kind of interesting and important to know. Okay. Now, the other things that we want to, the other ingredient, desire, believe, and expectancy is imagery. You have visualization because you visualize current situation. Because every time you visualize something, it is something that you've already seen or experienced before. And then you use imagination to create for the first time that future of yours. So you visualization, imagination. Now, don't worry if you think, oh, I don't visualize that good. This doesn't matter. Just describe it to yourself. You know what you want. Is that you might not visualize what a red apple looks like. You know what it is. You know what it looks like. In the same way that you visualize a red apple, that's how you are going to visualize that for you. Okay. Okay. Different than dreaming, different seeing. Imagery is different. It's quite like seeing, and it's not like dreaming. And it's more like a memory of something that you have experienced before. That's it. All right. So don't be too hard on yourself. So desire, belief, and expectancy, visualization, and imagination, and then you have persistent action. You have to do in physical world to allow that's where the energy comes in. That's where you incorporate your physical senses. You see, hear, taste, touch, smell, whatever it might be, in do in action, in taking action to move towards your goal. It's going in the physical world. It's going to incorporate a utilization of physical senses. But that's how the energy moves from one dimension to the other to manifest in the direction that you give it. And it and you need to continuously be persistent about that. And congruency is important. Make sure that everything, what you desire, what you believe, what you expect, what you visualize, you imagine, and the action is all supporting one another. You can say, I really want to, stop smoking and puffing away in a cigarette. I mean, that's incongruent. Can't say I want to reduce weight as you're eating these Christmas cookies. That's incongruent. So it has to be congruency and consistency in order to have the outcome or to make it more easier for the outcome to happen. The other thing I want you to remember too is that clear pictures need to clear outcomes. So what are the questions you want to ask yourself? But you can form a clearly stated outcome is what do I want? I want. When do I want to actualize this? Be a time of year, an event, whatever it may be. When? And when you really focus on the when, you're committed to it. Because a lot of people, one of these days I'll be happy. One of these days I'll have money. That's not good enough. When do you want it? Is that you're not committing to it. You don't believe in yourself or the action or the input that you're going to put in actualize this wonderful year for 2023, then don't bother doing this. So say when do you want it? And then you're going to say, who's going to be enjoying the ride with me? Because other people benefit from you getting better. Your children, your grandchildren, your spouse, your and co-workers, whatever. Everybody benefits because you've got better and happy and healthier and whatever. So who's going to enjoy the route? How is this going to make my life better? This forces you to picture to the future how your life is going to change for the better. And if you feel it's not going to change for the better, tweak your images because you want it to benefit in every aspect where it's going to make your life different and better. Then and where am I going to be? What happens? Maybe it's a legal setting and you're in court. Maybe it's something that has to do with health. Maybe at a doctor's office, hearing the great news, like yay, things have gone better thing. So what will you be when it happens? And lastly, why? Why is this important to you? Dig deep inside you to really come up with the real why. Why do I want health? Why do I want abundance? Why do I want love in my life? Why do I want a new job? Why? What's it going to mean? What's the real reason there? Security? Is it going to be peace of mind? Is it going to be, because you deserve it? What's a big why? So these are the questions you can ask yourself. And as you answer these, since you really can come down to really clearly define your outcome and picture it better. Now, one thing I'm going to tell you though, is as you're doing this programming, you may find that within a short period of time, maybe 3 days or so, something will in your inner self and your outer self, you might get some feedback that's going to tell you you're moving in the right direction, or feedback that's nothing's happening. When that's occur, don't immediately go to when something when nothing's to be happening. Don't immediately go to, oh, this doesn't work. No, it does work. Just go to what do I need to tweak? Where's the incongruency? Because that's where you have to focus on. Maybe belief, that you can get healthy. Maybe you believe that you can do it in 6 months, but maybe you don't believe that a tumor this size can go to no tumor. And then you go, wow, that's hard to believe. Well, that's where you have to go and change that. And when we're doing stuff like this is where we say you don't have. I mean, this we say make sure that what you're programming for is believable. Because if it's not believable to you, it's not going to happen. I mean, really congruently believable. Because if it's not, then break it into smaller goals. Maybe a tumor is this big and make it smaller. And then once you reach that, you make it smaller. So then once you reach that, you get smaller so until it's easy to get rid of. Maybe you're over 200 pounds, you need to weigh 120. Well, then instead of picturing yourself 120 from 200, sometimes you might say, you know what, I can't do this. And if you feel that, what's going to happen? You then are sabotaging the outcome, not the technique. It's you. What you want to do is break it down to smaller pieces because that helps you to say, wow, I can reach 5 pounds in a week or in 2 weeks or in a month. That's easy. But 5 pounds in a month is 60 pounds at the end of the year. It's 120 pounds. I mean, who needs to reduce that much, really? But if that's the case, I mean, that's a lot of weight that comes up as you're gradually making change to your living this a lifestyle, and you're making corrections at very where the problem became a problem. So that's what we say progressive programming. But the important thing when you're doing the mirror of the mind, you've got to believe that it is achievable. If not, what do you have to do to make it believable? And then expand from there. And then another one, set another one. Finally, you get to the big outcome that's always in the back of your mind. I know 120 from 200, but I'm going to start with 95 and then 190. Trust me, I've done that. I gained 95 pounds with my second pregnancy. I was weighing 200 pounds at the end of my pregnancy when I gave birth, and the baby didn't weigh an ounce. She weighed a good 10 pounds, almost 11 pounds, but still, so I had a ways to go. And so I did it, just a little segments at a time because I wanted to go back on stage looking great and being healthy and being fit and being back to my weight. And I did. And once you start to get the hang of it, then it goes faster. Reaching your goal speeds up even more. Because your body, brain, and mind already know what to do. And you believe it can do it. And it only gets better and easier as you go. So always remember that, okay? No matter what it is, when you're doing any kind of programming, and if it's moving in the direction of choosing, always go back and check your beliefs, and then make sure that everything else, your imagery, is supporting that belief, and that belief is very very clearly expressed in your images, and that you have desire, the belief, and the expectancy to make things happen in your life because you do. Okay, you can make it happen. You can make 20 the best year of your life. And after that, you learned how to make it that way. Every year can only get better and better, no matter what is thrown your way, no matter what comes to your life, no matter what happens. You'll know how to turn things around. You'll learn how to take the good from extract the good that seems to be what is bad for most people. You'll gain the lessons. You'll gain the experience. You'll become stronger of character. You become more determined. Become more confident. You just get it, and then you go, oh, aha! I got it. I know how to make this happen over and over again. So I just want to make sure that this is really clear, and there's something here that's not clear. Make sure you know. Let me see. There's an audio. Okay, yes. Thank you for this great presentation. Thank you for that. And I'm very grateful that you were here. We'll make sure we clear up big issues with the sound. Hopefully the recording will not be so bad, and hope you'll be able to make the most of it. Thank you for all for being here. Really appreciate it. Okay, we can fix the for time. We'll make sure we get together. But I really wish everyone a wonderful holiday season. Happy Merry Christmas. All these wonderful things you may be going through. I wish the best for you and your families. I don't know if Corinne is here and how she and her husband are doing. Not sure she came in today, but we've been programming for you, Corinne, and Carolyn, wanting the best for you and your loved husband. I just, really wished lots of love, joy, light, happiness, safety, and laughter. So have a wonderful holiday season, and I'll see you next year. Okay. Okay, thank you. I'll see you next year. The last presentation we for this year, but nonetheless, I want to hear great stories from you next together, and surprise you with wonderful things. Okay, okay. Love you guys. Thanks for being today. Love. Send you the link to the audio for the Mirror of the Mind, and if there's something else that we can send you along the way as a little Christmas present from us to you, we will do that. All right. And there's something you want from us, put it down here, and make sure that you let us know what you need, and we can surprise you. All right. Love you guys. Have a wonderful holiday season. Stay safe. Stay happy. Make it all count. Fill yourself with love and goodness, and share it to those around you and the world at large. See ya. Happy 2022. Here we come, 2023. We'll do this together. All right. Bye.